and welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I'm Rebecca Felgate, your most amazing host, and you guys seem to love the top 10 secrets that schools don't want you to know. You loved it so much that I am back making you a part 2. Now before we get into this video, I just want to remind you guys that we now have brand new merch for sale. Consider it your most amazing uniform. Now this is a lot like a school uniform, except it's not mandatory and it's way cooler. Also, it comes in cool designs and colors, including a speckly one that looks like space. Go check out what we have at mostamazingshop.com. Also, if you do get any of our merch, please do send us a picture of you guys wearing it and we'll post it on our Instagram. Okay, starting things off kind of saucy at number 10. I don't mean to freak you out, but like, a lot of your teachers are doing it. There are countless reports of teachers having affairs and getting into relationships. A lot of people meet their significant others at work, and it's no different for teachers. Depending on the size of the school, I would bet at least 2 of the teachers at your school are dating right now. I know in my primary school, the headmaster and one of the teachers were having like a seriously long-term affair. Okay, getting more serious at number 9, a lot of schools have gang problems. It was reported by the National Center of Addiction and Substance Abuse that 45% of American high schools have gangs or gang members on their campuses. Gangs often bring outside violence inside schools, posing threats to other pupils. A lot of people think that schools need to do more about gang culture, offering help and support to kids that are exposed to organized crime. Unfortunately though, the reality is most schools are trying to disassociate themselves with the image of gangs. Coming into number 8, schools cause mental health problems. Over the past few years, there has been growing media attention surrounding the rise of mental health issues amongst school children. In the UK, it's reported that 46% of girls aged 11 to 21 have needed help with their mental health. Meanwhile, doctors have reported a 68% rise in self-harming amongst younger children. British news publication The Telegraph drew a strong link between the pressure and stress of the education system on the younger generation and this increase in mental health issues. The problem is, not many schools have comprehensive mental health programs in place to deal with the rising issue. Coming into number 7, a lot of schools don't know how to handle social media. These days, more than ever, kids bring factors from their external worlds into the classroom. Almost all teenagers have smartphones and are active on things like Snapchat, Twitter and Instagram. Now this is a world that teachers may be less familiar with than the students, and a lot of schools don't yet have proper measures in place to regulate social media. On top of that, schools have shown time and time again that they do not know how to properly manage cyberbullying. Coming in at number 6, 1 in 10 schools in the UK and the USA are failing. Whether or not this is actually the case, several different reports and studies on both countries suggest that 1 in 10 schools are failing. In the UK, it's thought that around 250,000 pupils are attending a failing school. Worryingly, in the States, according to Psych Central anyway, 30% of students fail to graduate high school. Now that's just not good enough. Coming in at number 5, schools don't always do proper background checks on who they employ. Whilst teachers are subject to extensive background checks, not all people that work on school properties are. The school bus drivers, the janitors, contractors, kitchen staff, in many places these people are not subjected to the same rigorous checks. In the UK, for example, vetting blunders led to the employment of Ian Huntley. Now he was a janitor at a school in Soham where he murdered 2 10-year-old girls. Now this was despite having been reported to police for sexual assault on 6 occasions. Coming in at number 4, schools could be killing creativity. Some people theorise that schools just simply don't nurture creativity. Art subjects are being scrapped in many UK institutions, with many people worried that creative subjects will be gradually phased out altogether one day. Coming in at number 3, you're not always taught what you should be. The national curriculum decides what is taught in schools in the UK, and the United States curriculum is largely governed by individual states. Either way, people don't always agree on what should and what should not be taught. For example, in Canada and the United States, people think that children are not adequately being taught about Native American history. Whether or not you agree with this is kind of irrelevant. I guess the issue is who really gets to decide what children learn and should they have that responsibility. This considered, let's move on to our number 2. That's right, coming into number 2, some people think schools are brainwashing you. Now I'm not sure about this, but the dialogue is definitely out there. The problem is that both sides of the political spectrum are concerned that schools are brainwashing their children. In the UK, 6 academy schools have been flagged as radicalisation risks. The problem problem is that children are very impressionable, and some institutions are concerningly using that to suit their agenda. Finally, at number 1, we have some worrying statistics that schools don't want you to know. There have been 279 school shootings in America since 2013. Now this is an average of around 1 a week, which is terrifying. While we may be led into thinking that the issue is being tackled, it's still obviously a big problem in America. 2/3 of schools in the US do conduct active shooter drills, however that still leaves a third unprepared. Also, many argue conducting drills isn't tackling the real issue, the fact that a pupil at the school may be plotting a mass murdering spree without anyone knowing. So guys, there we have it. That was the top 10 secrets that schools don't want you to know part 2. Did you guys know any of these secrets already? Are there any secrets that I should know? Let me know in the comments section down below. For now guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate. Don't forget to check out our merch, and of course if you like our video, make sure you give it a good thumbs up, share it with a friend, and stay subscribed for more Most Amazing lists. Bye!